Welcome everyone. It is Sandra Alexa here, and I am from Game Changer. Now, Game Changer is a book. It is a new model of relationships, very Aquarian. It's all about self-discovery, the whole chapter. And if you go back in the beginning of the videos, I have done a summary for each chapter, and there's a trailer for it. We have a press release. You can also order it if you go to the top, and it's in ebook, audio, hardcover, softcover. Okay, and if you go underneath in the Show Me section, I have a website called My Personal Muse. I integrated my spa one because I had Chiron Spa Consulting. So I've written other books that are on the bottom of it about the spa and makeup and that type of thing. Now, I do spiritual and business coaching. So I use astrology, self-discovery tools, numerology, whatever. Okay. So I would really appreciate it. And I want to thank you, first of all, for taking your time. And I would appreciate it if you would like, if you would share, if you would comment. Once a month I choose a name and I do a mini reading, a free mini reading on Zoom, and I would really love you to subscribe. I've got a little game kind of going with myself to get more subscriptions. Okay, now what I do want to say is this has been a huge year of change. 2020, 2021 coming in, never before have we seen it, okay? And it is a shift in consciousness, okay? Now spring is here though, and everybody's waiting, at least here in Alberta where I am, we're waiting for the little buds to bloom on the trees. And I know out in the Vancouver and BC area, they have the tulips and the daffodils and whatever. So it's about new growth, it's about new beginnings. Okay, and so today what I'm going to talk to you about is about the full moon, okay, on March 28th, 2021, and it's at 8 degrees of Libra. I also have a written section that I always put on my Facebook because some people like to print it off, or they can look at different dates and that type of thing, or where different planets are. Okay, so first of all, Libra itself is a cardinal sign, and it's at 8 degrees, so that's very, very potent. Okay, it's the only number that's totally enclosed, so its sign of the infinity is horizontal, and 8 is here, so it's as above, so below. You bring the spiritual or non-physical down to the physical or mundane world. So now these powerful energies, think of a bunch of kids playing in a playground or playing, but now the planetary energies are playing together in the cosmos, okay? And each is affecting each other. Okay. What is it revealing collectively for all of humanity and personally for you to see? Okay, because we know that people will plant their gardens on the phases of the moons, or the fishermen go fishing on the high tides. We also know that 70 to 80% of our body is water, so we're going to be affected by the pull of the moon. Okay. So what do you think it is? Because always full moons are like big flashlights, so they show things collectively, and right now there's a lot going on, a lot of disclosure, but there's also a lot going on in your own life. Okay, so we know Libra is ruled by Venus, so it's all about beauty, worth, value, money, relationships. Next, we have the energetic essence of the sun in Aries and a stellium, which is more than one planet. Okay, and it's a cardinal sign at 8 degrees, and Venus at 8 degrees. Okay, then Uranus, which is ruled by Aquarius. It's ruled by Uranus. Secondary Saturn is at 8 degrees of Taurus. Quite the party. Then we have Chiron, the wounded healer, at 8 degrees of Aries, another cardinal sign. Whether you like it or whether you're aware, it does not matter. There are lots of powerful healing energies, and authenticity, transparency, sovereignty it's affecting all relationships. So there's to be emotional honesty with self and with others. That's the experience. Now, because full moons are highly emotional, we're supercharged with the cardinal signs all dancing together. So there could be challenges. A lot of times, people that are people pleasers or they're always agreeable will need to have some courage to tell the truth. One of the things, though, booze gives a strange courage, and the lips really flap with high emotions. So I suggest start with self-care, grounding, go outside, hug a tree, feet on the ground, prepare a list of things, people, patterns, behaviors, etc. that you want to release. And you can write it down and you can burn it on the full moon. Prepare to smudge your space and you. Write out different things you want to discuss with others so you come with some common sense and logic, not just raw emotions. Venus ruling Libra is all about balance. So where do you need to find balance? All about beauty. So what beauty treatments do you desire? Massage, facial, pedicure, new hairdo, new color for spring. Since Libra is all about relationships and the first relationship is with self, ensure you take time for you, which is quite easy to forget if you have family, and especially if you are an empath, codependent, and are very service-oriented. The key is to be very mindful, observant, being your own witness, and being very discerning. Rather than blowing up, being angry, having that warrior energy, remain very calm as you clarify what to release and what to discuss with others. Chiron is very sensitive, so it's very raw in areas, and you or someone else can be triggered very easily. So take personal responsibility. There's no victims. All this powerful energy, LOL, never ever think you can control somebody. You may for a while. This is when the snakehead pops up and you're shocked. And right now there's a lot about control. You need to wear a mask. You need to do this. You need to do that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? This is all about personal mastery, personal boundaries, and your personal soul journey. The moon, Mars, and Saturn form a grand trine. So this may be an optimum time to clear the air. If there is something festering between you and your partner or anyone else, express your truth. Be emotionally honest with yourself and others. The ascension process right now is extremely intense at this time, and you will feel or experience maybe physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual challenges and pains, and I've had lots of that. Incredible time to release and let go, which is what full moons are all about. Culmination, endings, which bring in what? New beginnings. Because Libra, which is very diplomatic, is about relationships, we're examining the dynamics of our closest relationships. So that's about communication, negotiation, compatibility, similar values, wants and needs. There's no compromising. Remarkably interesting, as I listened to Dr. Christine Northrup in her video of March 21st, 2021, and she talks about needing a new dating idea as the energy is shifting. Uncoupling is the term for relationships right now with honor, truth, and respect. Your time together may be complete. What lessons did you learn from each other? Basically, I started Game Changer, the new model of relationships, about 10 years ago and then finished it with a male co-author. As we are embracing the Aquarian energy, we have evolved from the codependent Piscean relationship model. As we journey on our unique self-discovery, we realize we're not the same individual we were last year at this particular time. What an incredible time in the shifting ascension process as we're raising our vibration and our frequency, which means we're becoming more conscious. Okay, so we're rebirthing as galactic citizens. It's a great time to have your personal copy of Game Changer. Also remember, we're all purging, so you will be releasing and becoming more transparent. Do not be shocked at the true colors of self and of others. Discernment and detachment, new friends coming into your life, and new relationships. Many blessings and much love. A great time to have a private session or reading. Thank you for taking your time. And I'd appreciate it again if you would like, comment, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel Game Changer Game On - Relationships. The book Game Changer is a great gift idea. Hopefully you have a personal copy and are doing or have completed the first chapter on self-discovery. It's all interactive exercises, the 8 areas of your life. And so it's really interesting if you got it, and a lot of people did when it first came out, and if you were to redo it now with all the lockdowns and changes in relationships and different things, how you have changed, you will find that if you redid the questions, they might be easier. And right now, a big thing is right now we finally are getting to the core of what our values and beliefs are. The big thing is what is your personal preference for a political party? What is your personal preference on lockdowns, on people visiting, on the vaccine, and on masks? Okay. And particularly on religion, and then people change. So some people will get together and both of them were, say, meat eaters, and then all of a sudden one shifts in consciousness and says, I don't want any of that, now I'm going to be a vegan. So how is that going to affect the relationship? Remember, we're always growing. I always remember Ray Kroc says something, when we're green, we're growing, when we're ripe, we're rot. And I always think of a tomato plant. Okay, and I think of a growing soul as somebody that's really advancing. Okay, so now our first relationship is with self, to know thyself, and then to understand as we evolve and mature, we change. We need to take time to reflect on who we are and what our needs are. Now, change is inevitable. That's really important. And it's know thyself and to thine own self be true. Okay, and again, you make a comment and you might have a chance to win the draw. Dan Kosher won it for last month, and it's interesting, he won it about 3 months ago, and I said to him, obviously there's something we needed to look at that you still hadn't completed or looked at or whatever. And it was a great session with him. Okay, and I'm going to be I do a lot of interviews because I really like to support all the people that have their different gifts and can share. Okay, so this week I'm working with a lady that is an Akashic reader, and she is out of New York, and I'm really excited. And I'm doing some work with Brandon Russell, and he's out of New York. He's a high psychic. So we've got lots of things happening. And if any of you would like to, I work with Selma. She's over in the Middle East, and with other people. If you would like to be interviewed, if you'd like to talk about relationships, or you have a special gift, okay, thank you so much. Many blessings. And take care and enjoy this wonderful full moon in Libra, and go and stand out under the full moon. And another thing is you can put your crystals outside to be cleansed.